Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 with Zebu Nation. This is Loser to Legend with Clyde FC, and today we have for you the first regular season game for Season 6 in Ladbrokes League 1. Let's get right to it. Let's take a look at the season preview for Season 6. Got a brand new team at the top of the league, Wraith. They were brought down. They were relegated from the championship, so they got a pretty good team, pretty good squad. We don't know much about them at the moment, but we know they're probably pretty good. They're a semi-professional team. Everybody is semi-professional. I guess Clyde was just the outlier at being professional, holding on stubbornly to that professional rating. So maybe being semi-professional isn't so bad, but Wraith did get relegated, so maybe it is bad. Anyway, they're 2-1 odds to win the league, followed by Aloha 4-1, Brecon 7-1. Brecon, they beat us quite a bit last season, so we had problems with them. Forfar, Peterhead, Airdrie, Dumbarton, Stranraer, and then way down here, Clyde 500-1 in 9th place. We didn't make any big moves in the offseason, so you can't really blame the pundits for saying that we're just going to be another team, another bad team. But, got some faith. Anyway, we'll learn things in this first quarter of the season. We'll learn where we're at and then make adjustments accordingly. And then finally, Stenhusmuir, who got promoted from League 2. So they're going to have a tough time of things, but, we'll see. Over here, key players, we got it sorted by value, and look at these players for Wraith. 98,000 pounds. This guy, Ross Matthews, is valued at. That's like more than all of these, some of these teams, all their players combined. So that's pretty crazy. What is this, 150 pounds? How did that make it there? Okay, there we go. So Sam Brown for Aloha. 9.2 thousand. So you can see there's quite a bit of a drop between the most expensive player and the next. We got one player on the list, Josh Peters, valued at 6.25 thousand. That's pretty good. Anybody else? There's Aaron Davies, 3.8 thousand. So we got a couple of guys on this list. Not too bad. Most teams have at least one or two, so I guess that's fair. Transfer activities. There was a lot of transfers in and out. Take a look at these transfers real quick. Airdrie made a lot of moves. Brought in a guy from Rangers on loan. Mark McIntyre, 17 years old. Nice flair and teamwork and work rate. Don't know much else about him. Aloha brought in a bunch of free transfers. Berwick only made one move. Brought in Tom Kerr. So Berwick sort of stood pat. We'll see how they do. Brecon made a lot of changes, brought in some guys from Dundee United and Ross County. So they got some premiership talent on their roster. We made our one move, brought in Diver from St. Mirren. Wraith brought in sent one guy to Bucky Thistle, whoever that is. Falkirk, Forfar. So it looks like Wraith had to sell off a lot of their players. Let's get rid of a bunch of guys. Forfar picked up several players on free, just out there. Stranraer picked up lost some guys to Inverness. Peterhead picked up several players. There's Wraith. Wraith made a lot of moves. A lot of guys on free transfers. Picked up a guy from Civil Service. What would they want from a guy from Civil Service? Jason Hornby. 19 years old. Wow, 14 to 20 finishing. That's pretty good. So his finishing is probably 16, maybe 15. Interesting. He must be one of their super top prospects somehow. Ross County, they got a guy from on loan. Interesting. So Wraith, after coming down, they had to make a lot of moves. We'll see how those turn out. Stranraer also made a lot of moves. They got a lot of dudes from Queen's Park. They might be affiliated with Queen's Park. I don't really know. Take a look. Overview affiliates. Nope, they are not affiliated with Queen's Park. So they just sort of rummaged through Queen Park's attic and took a couple of guys, 3 guys, and a bunch of free transfers. 1 loan from Morton. So a lot of moves this offseason for most teams, other than Clyde and Berwick. Most teams made several moves. Okay. This is pretty good. Any league news we should look at? Headlines? Peterhead signed our old player, Hendry. So he's off the books. He was a guy we were going to keep on the watch list in case we needed him, but oh well. We'll just let him go. Anything else of interest? Not really on the news wire, because we didn't really make a lot of moves. So Clyde is sort of under the radar. Not sure what else to look at, because we just did the checklist. We probably don't need to do the checklist again, because nothing has changed. It's been 1 game. Not much of interest came through our email. So let's just get to it. Let's just do the tactical brief. We're going to go diamond this time because we just played 2 days ago, so our wingers are tired, so we have to play a wingless formation. We'll hand that over to the assistant coach. We'll get back to the 4-2-4 again. I think we'll see that again. It worked well, obviously. We beat a team we shouldn't have beaten, but hey. Mark Finlayson is having some problems with his training. What's up with him? 24 years old, unhappy with the high amount of extra training he's doing. He's trying to switch the ball to other flanks. I don't really care about that, but, this is one way I keep players happy, is if they complain about training, I change it. I'm not the disciplinarian. Oh, that's the thing we can look at. Look at the coach's profile. I haven't looked at that in a while. Look at our new contract, that kind of stuff. That'll be fun. As soon as we get done doing whatever we're doing here. You see, we've got a packed schedule at the beginning of the season. We're going to have to play Wraith real soon. Forfar Peterhead. So it's a tough matchup here at the beginning of the season. Tough schedule. All right. So here we go. Let's check out our profile for Zebu Nation Jr. Loves the diamond formation. Look at that, attacking 10. We got a double-digit stat. Pretty good. Defending 9. Goalkeeping 9s. That's pretty wild. 9 player knowledge. Youngster knowledge 8. Motivating 9. So, we're improving. Slowly but surely we're improving. We got full knowledge of Scotland now. So that's outstanding. What sort of promises do we got on the board? Promise to increase Jack Breslin. We've been giving him more starts, more playing time, so we're honoring that promise. Then we still got this long-term promise to Dakota King to make it into the League One playoffs. We got 3 years to get that done, so I think we can do that. Anything else? Oh yeah, contract. Take a look at the contract. Got some nice raise bonuses in there, and we got part-time contract of $50,000. All of our coaches had to drop back down to part-time contracts, and that's not going to help us recruit any better coaches, but I guess as long as we keep these same guys, it's not going to be a problem. They're still the best coaches in the league, so what are you going to do? Can't really be mad about that. They didn't drop all of our players down to part-time contracts yet, but that's going to be coming this next offseason, so we got to decide what to do about it. All right, so now we'll continue on. Now we've seen everything we need to see. So we've been predicted to get relegated. We can't have that. We got to take this first quarter of the season to see where we're at, to see if we can compete. Because we've got good strikers, we've got good defenders, we've got a good goalkeeper. I think if we just play solid and play well, then we should win. But if we need to bring in more firepower and more, who knows what, more midfielders, More fullbacks. I don't know. Midfield, maybe another central defender. We could use one more central defender who's top quality. I think that would be the first move we'd make, and then we'd look for midfield, and then we'd just look to bring in some gargantuan player who's just way better than everybody else. All the best today. Go out and have fun. All right, nobody cares about that. Set opposition instructions. Looks like number 7 is coming forward, so we gotta watch him. And of course, we will tightly mark these guys. Will close down on the right. Looks like number 3 is staying back. Everybody else is just doing their thing, so that should be good for now. Kickoff. Let's go. Not a banner crowd here, and it's hard to see them anyway because their clothes are the exact same color as the benches. Not good design on whoever built this stadium. Blue on blue fans and blue on blue stadium. It's just you can't tell who's who. All right, Davies on the free kick. The first highlight of the match. Miller has it. Potter, the young 17-year-old, been playing well. Miscommunication with Diver, but Cudahy is there. The old captain, still there. Finlayson, can he get by his man? Gets it to Peter. Yes. Peters with the goal. Like I've said, he's the key to this season, man. If he stays healthy, if he scores the way I know he can, combined with Diver. Diver's a very good striker as well. We can do some damage in this league. We can at least mid-table, if those things happen. If the goalkeeper plays well, stays healthy, or strikers play well, stay healthy. That's really the key to this team, and that's why we're sticking with the diamond formation. But there we go. Look at that. We're first place in the league. We won the league. We're getting promoted. We're going up to the championship. Just look at us go. If the league ended right now, we would get automatic promotion. Let's go, boys. All right. 12 minutes in. Here's their first highlight. Peterhead sends it down to Ferguson. Looking to make a cross, and there it is. Oof, that was too easy. Too easy for King D to get the goal. I don't like that. Never want King D near your goal. That was just too easy. Lang just boots it. Smith, likewise, just boots it downfield. Ferguson is there. Going up against our fullback. Or is that Breslin? Who's number 4? I don't know who number 4 is. See, I think... yeah, it's probably Breslin, because it was a redhead. And Breslin, I think, is depicted as a redhead. But Finlayson might as well. I know we have 2 redheads on our defense, but I'm not sure who's who. If it's Stewart, maybe? No, definitely not Stewart. Lindsay. Lindsay's hair looks kind of reddish. Anyway, they tied it up. We dropped down to the playoffs. We're now in second place to Forfar. It's no good. It's unacceptable, boys. Unacceptable. We were supposed to win the league by a landslide. All right. Now the rest of the half is just probably going to whiz by because they're going to take their draw and go home, maybe. Oh, they are home. Wait a minute. Vertanen sends one in. Robertson got a clean header on it, but he knocks it over the goal. That's not good. Here we go. Parks. Goal kick. 41 minutes down already. He blasts it down. Ferguson wins it. Smith has it now. Peterhead. I'm sorry. He's going to start the attack. There's King D going to test our left fullback now. He sends one into Ferguson. Ugh. Central defense is already looking shaky. We dropped to 9th position, where we were predicted to finish. That's no good. Central defense is already looking shaky. So we might not wait till the first quarter to look for some help at central defense. We might go out there and find whoever we can get. But anyway, Potter to Breslin. Miller. Potter again. We'll see. Let's go, boys. Come on. Barry is our best midfielder, at least our guy with the best potential. Ouch, what a tackle by Vertanen. That should have been a call. Here's Ferguson getting forward. He's going to be checked. Sends one in. King D can't get it, but Vertanen keeps it alive to McDonald. Back post to Ferguson. Watching this defense play is just breaking my heart. Let's get stuck in. Let's tightly mark. All that stuff. I don't like them just sort of flying around easy. That gets them their third goal. Not looking so good. Let's get one back before the end of half. We got 2 minutes. Gibson to Breslin to Finlayson. Miller. Potter. All right, let's go. Let's go. Peters sends one in. Can't get it to the target man. Now Peterhead on the attack again. If they get a fourth, we're done. We're cooked. Ferguson. Oh, man. Thank you for being terrible. Yeah. Central defense is looking like an issue. Now, granted, we are playing Breslin just because he's asking for playing time. He's not the greatest player in the world. He's not even our second best defender, so he shouldn't technically be in there. But still, show me something else in the second half. Let's go. We could use better fullbacks. We could use better defense all the way around, even though, by star ratings, our defense is pretty good. There's a nice tackle. Potter has it now. What are you going to do with it? Loop it downfield to nobody. That's no good. Mullen has it. Deacon is injured, but he sends it back. There's Ferguson again beating our defense. Crossing it back post to McDonough. Nice save by Parks, but there's King D. Ouch, boys. Ouch. This is a harsh lesson. Let's go on the attack. I don't care. We're going to lose 10-0 or 10-1. Let's go. How are our ratings looking? Davies is our best defender. If he's got a 6.1 rating, there's problems. There's lots of problems with that. Gibson 6.2. That's no good. Everybody else is okay, I guess. Not really, but kind of okay. If Davies doesn't play well, that's another guy who we're really hanging our hats on. So if he's the linchpin of our defense the same way Peters is the linchpin of our offense. So we're going to have a lot of issues here. All right, here's Miller. Sends one in. Breslin. That would have been a nice goal. I would have appreciated that. "75 minutes now. Peterhead is going to let us attack them and not worry too much. Miller's playing okay. Cudahy not so much. Barry not so much. Lots of guys are not playing so well. Nobody I really want to bring off the bench. I mean, we could bring in King for Diver. He's sitting on a 6.3. I don't know what good it'll do us, but might as well. He can be the poacher. Help us work it into the box, I guess. So this is a bit of a humbling defeat. I think we really got to look at our defense and figure something out. Bring in a better player. Play Montgomery. There we go. There's full time. Yikes. 4-1 is not the way you want to start off. Unlucky. Far from pleased. Get out of here. That was terrible. Maybe the diamond formation just isn't going to work for us anymore. We got to figure out, a wider formation to keep them from throwing in all those crosses because our central defense just can't handle it. So we got lots of options to think about. And not a lot of time to implement any changes because we got Forfar coming up in just a couple of days. So we'll use this first couple of games until the Iron Brew Cup. We'll use them as sort of a experiment. We'll experiment with formations and lineups and see if we can put a winning lineup together. And if not, then changes will be a-coming. All right. So until next time, we'll see you later.
There's a team they call the Clyde, who will fill your heart with pride. Dressed up in the red and black, we an L sign on the back. They've a winger and a keeper and a great big carpet sweeper. It's the bully